Previously on The Garden Grows.
Put it upside down. Next time I'm building it right around it. This is crazy. What I'm trying to do here, and I don't want to break it.
Welcome back to episode 3 of The Garden Grows. Today we are installing our irrigation. I am inside because it is future self because I forgot to record the introduction previously. Sorry guys. Today it is -7 in where I live. So I am not going to be doing any work in the garden today. I actually have to check on my broccoli, but that has nothing to do with this video. This video is all about irrigation. It's not fully finished. It's not fully set up, but I did want to take you guys on my little journey of how I learned how to install my irrigation. So let's get into it. So what you're seeing here is an Orbit spray head. So I have sprinklers already set up. When we bought the house, it was already set up, which I'm very grateful for. But in order for this area of the garden to be very efficient, I am changing it over to drip irrigation. It's not extremely expensive, but it is time consuming. So right now what you see me doing is I'm digging up the dirt that's surrounding the sprinkler head. I was very much in shock of how not deep this is. This is the kit that I'm using. This is the riser connection kit. So it made it very simple. Using Rainbird rather than Orbit, because Orbit, I don't know if they have it, but Rainbird was really highly recommended by many people. So I'm switching it out, and it was very easy to switch out. As you can see, water is coming out. I'm not sure why that is. I'm not sure if it's because we didn't flush it or we were supposed to empty it out. I'm not sure, but it was very easy to connect. This was the easiest part of the entire process. I got a 1/2-inch tubing to attach to the riser, and that's what's going to be putting water to each one of my beds. In the beds, I'm going to do a 1/4-inch emitter tubing. So it's a little lower pressure, but I'm going to be breaking or cutting each tubing. So it's just going to be 2 going down the path. I am going to cover it with gravel, so it should be okay. I'm sticking in landscape staples to keep them in place for now. Note to self, if you're checking the water pressure, do it after you get everything kind of set up. Not covered, but set up, because now I have water everywhere. Water. What you see me doing here is I'm using a T-barbed coupling in order to connect both of the 1/2-inch tubing to each bed. So I only need 1 T-barbed coupling per side, and then I'm raising it upwards up on the bed. I actually decided to change the way that I am going to be inserting the tubing. At first I was putting it on the outside of the garden bed, but I feel like that's going to look a little messy. So I am actually going to put it underneath the garden bed. Overall, it's not hard. I thought this was going to be a way harder, way more complicated. If you guys want a more in-depth video of the different pieces and exactly how to do it and maybe how to research it, let me know. But it's a lot easier than what I thought. This is also an elbow barbed coupling that I was going to use. You can see I'm confused of how I want to do this, but I decided to just go ahead because the day was nice and I didn't have many of those days. So that's what we did. Also, when you are doing this, please wear gloves. Keep in mind that, or use a tool. As you can see here, I cut myself and it was not nice. It hurt a lot. So this is the next garden bed that we have built, and this is where the tubing actually ends. So it doesn't go past this, it goes up to this bed and then it's over. So it's not far, like that much of a distance from the riser, so the water pressure should be good. Again, I was doing this on the outside of the garden bed. I actually changed it to go on the inside of the garden bed. This is about 2 days after I watched Garden Answers video, and I saw that they put in their a 1/2 inch tubing just directly underneath the garden bed, and put it across in order for it to not bend. So that's what I'm doing. But doing it the second time around, it went by a lot faster. But the main thing is, it is very hard to put the coupling or the barbed, to put the tubing onto the coupling. It's a lot harder than a lot of people make it seem. And then that noise was me forgetting to put on my on off valve. So I went back, cut it, and inserted the valve. Again, not hard once I realized that I need to insert it. I am putting one on each bed. So if I do my watering, say I have onions in this bed or potatoes and I need to stop watering it for a few weeks, I can turn it off to that specific bed. So this is how it's looking.
It's starting to look good. My mother called, so that's why I was a little bit preoccupied. I couldn't talk to you guys while I was doing my work, but I did move over one of my arches. I have another one here, which I'm gonna get rid of as well. I'm gonna put it on the other garden beds, facing this way or facing outwards. I'm not really sure which one might be better. I think coming in towards the other entrance. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You guys give me feedback. Do you think coming here, so attaching this bed to that bed, or should I do the same thing I did here on the other bed, mimicking it?
Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.